All right. Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube fans. This is Philip Reynolds, and we've got London versus Pittsburgh tonight. And this is the only Week 10 game that I am going to televise live. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get down to the final game, and I mean to the playoffs as quickly as I can. So I'm cutting back to one game, and I'm still going to review over what the teams did in that. But the only game that's left for Week 10 is London versus Pittsburgh. London currently has a record of 5-4, and Pittsburgh has a record of 6-3. Um, and so there'll be a game behind uh, uh, Green Bay if they win. Um, if they lose, they're still in second place, and Vegas would still be going to Pittsburgh for that playoff game. If London loses, there's a potential that Busan could move up in the first place, depending on how many points that they would get. We're going to recap. I'm going to recap the scores for Week 10. We're starting with uh, we're starting with the Vegas Chengdu game. Vegas started off with a touchdown run, but they missed the extra point, 6-0. Chengdu came back with a touchdown, 7-6. Vegas got a touchdown run at the end of the first quarter, and they went for two, and they got it, making it 14-7. Vegas got a touchdown run at the 5-minute mark of the second, but they missed the extra point, making it 20-7. Chengdu came back at the 8:45 mark, making it 20-21. 20-14. Sorry. And at the end of the just before the end of the first half, Chengdu got a touchdown, making it 21-20. Chengdu actually, okay, yeah, all right, and then Chengdu got a field goal, making it 24-20. Vegas got a touchdown pass, making it 27-24. Vegas got a touchdown pass, making it 34-24. Chengdu got a touchdown run just at near the end of the third quarter, making it 34-32. And with time winding out in the third, Vegas went on top 40-32. Chengdu tied the score up at the 3:45 mark of the fourth. Vegas at the 6:15 mark got a touchdown pass, but they missed the extra point, and that was the end of the Chengdu Vegas game. Vegas wins it 46-40. Uh, in the Busan Carolina game, um, there was no score in the first half. Yes, that's a first. There was no score in the first half. Busan got on the board at the 10-minute mark of the third quarter, 7-zip. Busan had a field goal chance with one tick left in the third quarter, but they missed it, 7-zip. Carolina Carolina got in the fourth quarter, they got a touchdown run, tying the game up 7-7. Busan got a touchdown pass, but they missed the extra point with 7.5 in the fourth, making it 13-7. Carolina got a touchdown pass at the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter, 14-13. Busan had one more chance to go ahead with one tick left in the fourth quarter, and they missed the field goal. If they had gotten that, they would have the game would have flip flopped. But Busan beat Carolina, and so Carolina has 3 wins on the season. Busan, if London loses, has a chance to be on top at 5-5. Okay. And the last game before tonight's game was France versus Green Bay. Green Bay started things off with a touchdown pass, and it was 6-0 in favor of Green Bay. The extra point was missed. At the 2.5-minute mark of the second, they got a touchdown, got the extra point, 13-0. Just at before half, France got a touchdown, making it 13-7 at half. France got a field goal at the 12.5-minute mark of the third quarter, making it 13-10. Green Bay came back with their own field goal, making it 16-10. France, with time running out in the third quarter, got a touchdown, making it 17-16. France at the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Green Bay at the 2:45 mark got a touchdown, making it, and they went. No, they didn't. They missed the extra point. They made it 22-17. France, at the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, got a field goal, making it 22-20. France had another chance at the 8:45 mark of the fourth, but they missed, and so Green Bay won 22-20 in this contest. And these games are really, really tight. You just never really know what's going to happen with these games. I have to use the back of these sheets because I've used all the sheets possible. I'm trying not to waste paper either. So first quarter, London versus Pittsburgh. Okay, let us go down and see if there is who gets the kickoff and see if there is any late breaking news for the first to start the game. Right. London will get the ball first, and there is late breaking news. That is season improvements. 55 on season improvements. Looks like this QB has finally found his stride now that he has the pieces in places around him. Offensive profile increases a half level. And this is where I really need to look at the at the I mean, this is where I really need to look at my phone so that I can take a look and see what the half level is for where I'm at. So give me a second here. What do you know? I had it on the charger. I gotta look. Um, I'm gonna look at the PDF file here. Um, gotta look at my Google Drive. I'm not looking for the commissioner expansion. That's not what I'm looking for. So we are looking. I'm trying to look for erratic because that's what they are. Oh, there they are. So the next step up for the next step up from what I can tell for something that is semi-erratic would be the idea of dull. So Pittsburgh will be going from semi-erratic to a dull offense. Okay, and that is their improvement. So they are no longer erratic. Sorry that took me so long to find, but I just had to want to make sure it was correct. We London will get the ball. let us go down and get things started. And we are starting at the 1625 mark here. Okay, that will be average field position for London. Two and a half will go off the clock, and that is 366 for London. This will be a TD pass. $54 on the extra point is good. 7-0. London. That will be average field position for Pittsburgh. That will take us to the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. 2-4-4 for Pittsburgh. Poor field position, that is no. Inept defense, and believe it or not, for one more game, London is inept because they got the decide or die. So they are inept in this case. So this will be a TD pass for Pittsburgh. And we know that Vince likes to go for 2. So let's see what happens. That will be good. So it'll be 8-7 in favor of Pittsburgh. That's going to be average field position for London. Seven and a half minutes gone by. 2-4-6. Dull offense on London part. That is no. That's going to be a TD run. The extra point will be good. That's 14-8. $24. That's going to be average field position for for Pittsburgh. So we roll that, go in the box. That will be 11:15 mark of the first. 3-5-5 for Pittsburgh. They are not a prolific offense. They are an inept defense. So this will be a touchdown run for Pittsburgh. $65. They just make it. If that would have been another 6, they wouldn't have. So this makes it 16-14 in favor of Pittsburgh. You got 3 ticks left in the first. 66 will be, they're not electric, but great field position for London. Great field position for London here. 3 ticks left. That's going to be 5. Do we get another one for 7.5? And no. That's going to be 5 minutes go by. So that will take us to the 3:45 mark of the second quarter. 2-3-6 for London in great field position. They are not prolific. They are not porous. This will be a punt. This is something that's odd because every play in the first half so far scored except for that one. That's going to be average field position for Pittsburgh. That's going to be 6:15 of the second. 1, 2, 3. That's not poor field position. That's not great. That will be a punt. That will be poor field position for London. That will take us to the 8:45 mark of the second. 4-6-6 for London, and they're in poor field position. Staunch defense, and Pittsburgh is, with its decider dice, is staunch, so that will be a punt for London. That will be great field position for Pittsburgh. That's going to be, let's see if this will take us to halftime. We would need a 6. Oh, and that will take us to halftime. And that's going to be the end of the half right there. And what can I say? A really close game here. London got a touchdown pass. Pittsburgh got a touchdown pass, and they went for the 2-point conversion, and they got it, making it 8-7, and that was at the 5-minute mark. London got a touchdown run, made 14-8. Pittsburgh got a touchdown run, making it 16-14. And that was your scoring, and that all occurred in the first quarter. So your score at halftime is 16-14 in favor of Pittsburgh. We're going to go down, and we're going to see if there's any late-breaking news for the second half. Anything happening? No late-breaking news for the second half. Pittsburgh gets the ball for the third quarter. That will be average field position for Pittsburgh. And no, that's 5 minutes gone by in the third. 4-4-6 for Pittsburgh. They're not in poor field position. That will be a TD pass. And with the 51, they will get the 2-point conversion. That will make it 24-14. London will get average field position here. That will be the 7.5-minute mark of the third quarter for London. 2-4-4. Poor field position? No. Inept defense? Pittsburgh is not inept. This will be a field goal attempt. And they need 11-45. Oh, and that is a 45. That will be a doink. So it will still be 14-24 in favor of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will get the ball in average field position. That will take us to the 10-minute mark of the third. 1-4-6. Staunch defense. London is not staunch. That will be a TD run for Pittsburgh. They will go for the 2-point conversion. And they just make it. If that would have been a 6, they would have missed. So it's going to be 32-14. Okay, 56. That's going to be average field position for London. That will take us to the 12.5-minute mark of the third. 2-3-4 for London. Dull offense, that is no. Staunch defense, and this time it is. That will be a punt. Uh, 55, that's going to be average field position for Pittsburgh. Only 2 ticks left. So that will take us to the end of the third. 2-4-4 for Pittsburgh. Poor field position, no. Inept defense, that is a yes. So that's going to be a TD pass. Like always, they're going for 2. This time they just make it. That will make it 40-14 in favor of Pittsburgh. And that's going to be average field position for London. This will be the start of the fourth quarter. That's going to take us to the 2.5-minute mark of the fourth. 2-4-6. Dull offense. They are not dull. That will be a TD run. And they're going to go for 2 points as well. And they will get it. That will make it 22-40 in favor of Pittsburgh. That will be average field position for Pittsburgh. London needs some stops in order to win this. That's going to take us to the 6:15 mark of the fourth. 4-5-6 for Pittsburgh. Dull offense. London is not. Oh, dull offense. Yes. Pittsburgh just went from erratic to dull, so they are dull. So this will be a punt. A punt for Pittsburgh. 21 on the punt. That will be poor field position for London. That's going to take us to the 10-minute mark. 2-5-5 for London. Staunch defense, yes, they are. This is going to be a punt. 4 ticks left. That will be an average field position for Pittsburgh. We got 4 ticks left here. And that is 5, but they are efficient. So this will count. Pittsburgh is efficient, so that is like 4 ticks, and there is 4 ticks left, so this is 3 ticks, so there will be 1 tick left on the clock. So this will be at the 13:45 mark. This will count if it's a score. It is a 1-6-6. Dull offense by Pittsburgh. Yes, that is a punt. And I might as well just say that's game right there because London is inefficient anyway. It would not matter. So this game pretty soundly goes to Pittsburgh. The whole first quarter was nothing but score, and Pittsburgh was on top at the end of the first quarter, 16-14. That's where it stood at halftime. Pittsburgh came out, got a touchdown. London tried for a field goal to miss. At the 10-minute mark of the third, Pittsburgh got their second touchdown. They followed it up with another touchdown at the end of the third quarter, making it 40-14. London was able to get another touchdown and a 2-point conversion at the 2.5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, but unfortunately, that's all they could get. It was not enough to get any closer. That puts Pittsburgh at 7 wins and 3 losses. They got 40 points, which is 328. They got 22 points against. It's 210. London is now 4 and they're now 5-5. Now this is going to be close because they got 22 points for, which gives them 245. They got 22 points for, which gives them 247 points. 40 points against, which is 217 points against. This means that Busan is now on a bye, and that's my daughter's team. And London is in the second spot, and Chengdu is going to London, and that's where they were last week. I mistakenly thought that London was the still, and that was not the case. All right, now I'm going to figure out the schedule for the remainder of the season, and I need a notebook. Because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to record the scores here. In the USA division, we have Green Bay in first. They're 8-2, 313 points for, 259 against. Second place is Pittsburgh. They are 7-3, 328 points for, 210 against. Vegas is at 5-5. They're third. They have 231 points for, 212 against. And then, wouldn't you know it, I messed up. Pittsburgh, Vegas. 8, 2, 7, 3, 5, 5, 10, 1, 12. And Carolina has Carolina has 3 wins. 3 wins, 7 losses, 140 points for, and 243 points against. For the international division, you have Busan in first, London in second. You've got Chengdu in third, and France in fourth. And the thing is Busan and London are 5-5, and Chengdu and France are 4-6. They're only 1 game behind. It's coming down to points here. Because Busan has 261 points for, 259 against. London has 247 points for, 217 against. Chengdu has 229 and 273 against. And France has 148 points for and 200 against. We're going to look and see who plays who for the next several weeks here, for the basically for the rest of the schedule. We have let me okay, so it says here that week 11 is Vegas versus Green Bay. Okay. And that means that Carolina will play Pittsburgh. Uh, 5 versus 8. Chengdu will play France. And Busan will play London. And the Busan-London game will be the game of the week there, because those two are tied. Whoever wins that will be the leader of the division. So the Busan-London game will be the week 11 game. The following week, week 12, you have Vegas versus France. You have Carolina versus Chengdu. You have Pittsburgh versus Busan. And the last game will be Green Bay versus London. And Carolina, Chanel, Vegas versus France. We're gonna go with Carolina versus Shindu in week 13. I mean 12. Sorry. Week 13, you have Pittsburgh versus Vegas. You have Green Bay versus Carolina. You have Shindu versus you have London versus Shindu, and you have France versus Busan. We're gonna show you the Pittsburgh Vegas game for week 13. And the last week of the season is Busan versus Vegas, London versus Carolina. You have France versus Pittsburgh. And you have Shindu versus Green Bay. And I'm going to wait on this one to decide which one to play because it's all going to depend on who's leading, what the standings are. So I will wait on that one until we get to week 14. And what I'm going to do is, like I've been doing, I'm going to play one game for week 11, 12, 13, and 14 online, and the other 3 games I will play offline. So, and just so you know, we've got 7 games until 7 more episodes until my 500 episode. And I am going to, for my 500 episode, I'm going to replay the 2016 Cubs versus the 1976 Reds. And we're going to see if we can get the Cubs to win that game. And no, I'm not going to cheat, but we're just going to see if things can be turned around. So that will do it for now. I do not know if I will be back on for another episode tonight or not, but I figured I'd come on, give you kind of a recap of what happened in week 10, show you the one week 10 game, and kind of prepare you for the rest of the season. So until next time, guys, I hope all your rolls are good ones. If you like what you see, subscribe, turn on notifications, and post comments, because I do look at them, and I do try to respond back. So take care, guys.